We are standing in the yard of the infamous Monroe House.
It's one of those locations that the house is either going to hate you or love you.
I'm hoping tonight that we do capture some really good evidence.
It tends to affect men more than women.
Why don't you like something to do with men here?
I think it just said shut the f*** up. Do you communicate through Ouija boards?
I want to know what people are seeing here.
I hate you. Whatever room you go to, I've had activity
I
in.
think I just heard good lord.
We have heard that people claim that this house has demons.
Can you show us something?
Oh God, oh. Oh my God, the cat ball on the table's going off now. All right, so here we are. We are at the infamous Monroe House. We've been wanting to come here for so long now that it's surreal being here.
We really did not know anything about this house other than what we see online, which is all about, demons and stuff. There's a lot of talk and rumors about the fact that there was like occult rituals and stuff that took place inside this house, I think in the 90s.
When we first walked into the door, it just gives you this ominous vibe. And we've been through many places where when you walk in, you can either feel like there's something there, like a presence of some sort, or you just don't. And I'm hoping tonight that we do capture some really good evidence here.
Personally, I'm not a believer in demons, and I do not think I'm going to encounter a demon. I think there are negative spirits, and I think there probably could be one here.
Normally, Indy and I walk through locations together, and we kind of get a feel of where we should start our investigation at. Tonight, Indy and I are going in the house, but this time not together. We're going in this house separately. And I'm super curious to see who the house targets tonight as far as who experiences the most paranormal activity. It's really weird to go to a place where there are literally human remains still inside, down in the basement in this crawl space where they found the bones.
I think it's going to be a very spooky night, and I'm looking forward to investigating the Monroe House and finding out for ourselves what's here and will it interact with us tonight.
Right now is a good time for us to set up and get ready to see what the Monroe House has in store for us.
So thank you for agreeing to speak with us. We didn't have an interview, so it was really nice to actually have one. And from somebody who's been here so many times, I've got to ask you, you said at least 35 times, why so many?
I worked for Troy Taylor, American Hauntings, and I used to run tours or overnight investigations for people who didn't have a team or wanted to do an investigation just to get their feet wet. I would take them to several different locations, and the Monroe House was one of those locations.
Are you able to give us like a very brief history of the building? Everything I see is all about like the demons and the occult stuff.
The original building on the land was a log cabin, and it was built in the mid-1800s. That burned down, and in its place is the home that you see now. It was built by the Berger family. They worked in manufacturing glass. So after the Berger family owned it, the Meyer family owned it. And when it was in the Meyer family's possession up through the early 1900s or so, after Mr. Meyer died, Mrs. Meyer took the single family.
What was that?
One second, something just smashed or something. Sorry.
Hold on, we're in the middle of our interview here and something just smashed.
He hates you. Something just fell. It was like metal or something.
Hello?
Are you the only two in there?
Yeah.
Somebody back there?
And we turned the AC off as well, so it's like there's nothing, there's no noise.
Okay, so the only problem is that all of our audio is in this room and it sounded like it came out.
That was loud though, I bet at least one camera picked that up. It sounded like somebody in the kitchen.
Every time I went there, I'd get there first and I'd go in and sit and wait for Eddie to get there. Somebody would greet me somehow, either running up and down the stairs, footsteps upstairs, or somebody messing around in the kitchen. So I'm not surprised. You name it, this house has it. I've got total body chills just talking about it. I love that place and I hate that place, and it draws me in, and it's one of those locations that the house is either going to hate you or love you, but it sounds like you're already having activity there just hanging around, so
yeah.
I think you'll have a pretty good evening tonight.
That EVP that you sent me was so clear. I knew it, like the minute you sent it, you didn't even have to tell me it was an EVP, like I knew what it said. You got that upstairs, is that right?
Jim was in the bathroom.
Oh, not right here.
Oh.
Kitchen.
I'm like,
Sorry.
we were just in the bathroom. That was a private investigation. That was one of our, probably second or third time there. We had our whole team there, and everybody was in what I call the puppy room, which is when you walk right out of the bathroom and you turn right. They were all standing in that room, and because girls go to the bathroom in pairs, I was in the bathroom with somebody else, and as we walked out, one of our guys just said, "Hey, I thought Jim was in the bathroom," and Jim's like, "No, man, I wasn't in the bathroom." And that's when I said, "Oh, we were in the bathroom," and then you hear what you hear, and we didn't hear it. And when we finally got that EVP back, and I listened to it, I'm like, "Oh, you son of a..." He hates women. He will call you names. He will try to call you out. He will try to suppress the women that you try to make contact with. He will not allow them to speak. I think that he was there during the time when part of the house was being used as a brothel and blind tiger. And there's activity all over the house. Whatever room you go to, I've had activity in. The basement is particularly, I do not like the basement. And not because the body's there.
Is it still, the bones are still in that hole in the wall?
The bones are in the crawl space. You can't get to him. I think he's blocked that part off. And he did that because he wanted to let them rest. Because they were so old, he didn't know what else to do with them. So he thought, I'll do the most respectful thing I can and just put them back where they were. So he did that. Now, the backyard, we think, is a graveyard. Because when Katrina and Nick were there for paranormal lockdown, Nick got ground penetrating radar. There are 6 or 7 spots they could find that were grave indicators. That doesn't mean they are graves, but the same size and shape that a grave would be. Mm-hmm. There's also one right underneath that back porch.
We had a note from Eddie that said there's been a lot of activity in the yard lately, so we're probably gonna have to check that out. Do you have any tips for us on the best methods to communicate with these spirits?
Estes method, if you use that, works really well in that house. Upstairs, anywhere you are, you're gonna get activity. Be very careful. The house will make you angry. So if you feel like you're not yourself anymore, or Connor's not himself anymore, because it tends to affect men more than women, just go outside and ground yourself.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us and for sharing your story. I'm really excited now. It sounds so good here, but I'm hoping we get some activity. I'm just hoping that it's nothing negative.
And if it is, you're stronger than it is. Good luck. I won't say break a leg. Never been pushed, but I don't trust that they wouldn't do it. You guys have a great investigation.
Thank you. I'll speak to you soon.
All right.
Hey, bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay, India, so we are standing in the yard of the infamous Monroe House. We have been wanting to come here for so long that this place books up like crazy because so many people that come here say they experience some really wild paranormal activity. Are you excited for tonight's investigation?
I'm very excited. I think that there's a possibility that a lot could happen. I would really like to introduce myself to the man who doesn't like women. He might come out and talk, he might not, but I think that we have a good chance of getting some good activity tonight.
We have heard that people claim that this house has demons and people get scratched here. I, for one, am curious to see what kind of stuff happens to us here tonight at the Monroe House. And so I figured, why don't we start off the night in a very good, fun fashion? So you know how we usually walk through locations together, doing a walkthrough? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this time we're not doing that. This time, we are going in the house by ourselves, one at a time. And we're gonna leave that up to fate because we're gonna flip a coin to see who goes first. So heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Here we go. And it is...
Heads.
All right, so I figured we could take different floors. So I will take the first floor, you take the second floor. How does that sound?
To me, the first floor feels scarier than the second floor, so I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, that's actually where we heard something happened earlier during our interview when we were talking to Lisa. I heard a loud crash noise, like right behind me in this area, like towards the kitchen area. So that will be fun. So, okay, so I guess I'm going in the house first. Great idea, right? I love my ideas. Let's go. Okay, so I am inside the Monroe House by myself. And I'm down here on the first floor, and I figured the best area to really start in this house, the one room that really kind of gives me like a little bit of a weird vibe. I think it's just because it looks like a little altar-like room, but I've got this little case thing behind me with all this other books and artifacts from other locations that are said to be haunted. I cannot figure out how to turn off this light to this case. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have some light in here, but it kind of works for me, including the one here in the kitchen. I can't figure out how to turn off that light. But it's already freaking creepy in this house. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, I think, run Ghost Tube and just kind of get an idea of a reading of some sort to see if there's anyone that could be in this room. I know that during our interview with Lisa, I think she said the room that she doesn't really get too much activity is the living room. That's where we did our interview, and that's actually a good spot to check out next because when I was standing there filming India, we heard that loud crash, and that sounded like it came out from this direction. So that's why I figured we'd start here, at the crazy area, and then work our way to probably the calmer area, hopefully. So we'll find out here. All right, so I'm in this room by myself. Is there anybody in this room with me? I'm Connor, and I've heard that there are so many people scared to go into this house, or that several people don't make it all night here. Can you tell me why? I also heard too that someone is scratching people here and that there isn't a nice spirit here. Can you tell me who's doing the scratching? Where are you? Who made that loud crash that we heard earlier when we were talking to Lisa? That was really loud. I'm just here tonight to get to know you, or any of you. I heard there are several spirits here who like to talk to people. I'm not really convinced that this house is scary. Maybe you can convince me. I mean, you said you can scratch people, right?
Show yourself.
That's really freaking weird that those voices are so freaking weird. I mean, I'm right here. I'm in this room with the little girl picture. I'm in here. You can come in here. I'm already showing myself. Why don't you show yourself? I'm in the living room in here. This is where we were talking to Lisa earlier. Is there anybody in here? Hello? Feels awfully quiet. Do you like it that we're here talking with you here tonight? Why is Eddie so scared to be here?
Why?
Yeah, why? I asked you why. Who are you? Use this device and tell me who you are. I think I'm gonna go to the room where the basement door is at because I don't feel anything in this room at all. Like, the living room really doesn't have any feeling. Is there anybody in the basement? If so, could you open that door? We see that people put bells on that door. You must move the knob or turn the door or something. Camera just shut off. So the battery for my camera behind me on my static camera just died. So I think it's pretty much my cue to end my solo and go get India and have her go up to the second floor and do her solo and see if she has any better luck at capturing anything.
Okay, so I've just made it to the upstairs floor. So I'm going to bring out Ghost Tube Vox and see if I can hear any voices through it tonight. So I'm gonna start in this room, which apparently there's like talk that a woman committed suicide in here. That's what I've been told by people who've been here. I don't know if that's documented, but that's what is kind of the general story that goes around. My name is India. Can you tell me your name?
Wes.
Wes? Hi, Wes. How old are you? Do you live here at the Monroe House? Are you okay with me coming to speak with you tonight? Lots of women feel uncomfortable in this house. Can you tell me why that is? What happened in this room? I'm not sure what that said. There is a loud car outside. I heard you like talking to people. I'm gonna leave this camera running in here, keeping an eye on the REM pod to see if that goes off. And then I'm gonna just walk around to see if I can get any more responses on Vox. Hello? You still here? Wes, are you still here?
Forward. The Lord.
I think I just heard good Lord. Who am I speaking to? Whose room is this? Willie, maybe? Do you like when people come in and speak with you? Let's go back towards that room. Is anybody in this room? Can I come in? If you're here, can you touch that red light for me? GhostTube has not said a word to me yet, so. Do you communicate through Ouija boards? Hello? There are so many Ouija boards around here that I almost wonder if playing it will stir up activity. Now, let me be very clear with everybody that personally I don't use Ouija boards because I feel that they are easily manipulated by the people using them, right? When you have something like GhostTube, you have a very definite answer as to what's come through. With a Ouija board, it relies on the people using it. I just think the action of using the board rather than the board itself might help stir up a little bit more activity. What I'm gonna do is go downstairs and ask Connor if he wants to play Ouija. And at the same time, I think we could set up some tin foil on the floor and see if we can hear like anybody walking. We can set up REM pods, cat balls, just set up everything we got and see if we can get something big to happen.
Okay, so we just got done doing our solos. We're now in this room. I don't even know what this room is called, but there's a massive Ouija board right here. And that is exactly what we are going to be doing. So we want to take away that superstition in the paranormal field about the Ouija board. There's nothing really evil about the Ouija board. We went to Helen Nosworthy's grave, the one who named the Ouija board. We did an investigation at her grave, and it's just a superstition behind the Ouija board because people think it's associated with evil. So why not do the most evil device in the place that everybody claims there are demons at, which is the Monroe House. We have cat balls throughout this room over here. This camera should be recording it. We also have a REM pod right there in the chair, so if somebody sits next to us, we have that going on. Maybe hopefully it will go off. In the hallway, we have tin foil down. A whole line all the way down the hallway of tin foil, so we can hear if somebody comes down the hallway towards us, and on that tin foil we have a voice recorder, so hopefully we're capturing EVPs or anything that wants to speak to us through that device out there. We are also running GhostTube and GhostTube Seer to see if we can see anything as well as hear anyone talk to us while we do the Ouija board. So, are you ready, India?
Yep.
Here we go. If there's any spirits in the Monroe House, my name is Connor and across from me is India. We've been trying to communicate with you throughout the night. You can use this device as planchette or any of these devices in the room to communicate or show us something. Can you move this planchette for us? We heard that there are demons in the Monroe House. I'm not sure if we really believe that. You can draw the image over here in GhostTube Seer, or even say the word on GhostTube.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Oh. Are you moving this?
No, I'm not.
Shut up.
I'm not. Why do we...
In front of you.
In front of who? Me or India?
Why do we need to be careful? We haven't seen any evidence of anything bad here. Is that wrong, or what's the deal? Are you friendly?
I want to know what people are seeing here.
I hear you.
Okay, this is getting a little weird. I'm glad you can hear me.
It literally said nothing the whole time I was up here.
Why is it saying stuff now and this planchett's moving a little bit?
Can you show us an image of what you look like?
What?
What?
Can you show us what you look like on this device right next to me on my right side? What the f? Okay, this is awkward now.
Well, that's where I put you, so. Is it on a ladder?
I can't even, I don't know. My back is like twisted now.
Can't tell. Oh, no, not really. I guess you could argue it's on S, but.
Oh God, I can't twist anymore. So with the Ouija board, you barely put 2 fingers on, but my God, is it hard to do it when it twists? Because you're sideways now.
What's going on?
What the hell is going on?
Can you show us something? Show us who's talking to us. Hello?
My back keeps twisting because of this. I hope the camera can see our hands right now because I'm having a hell of a time twisting my body right now doing this.
Where'd you go? Okay, let's try it, because of the twisting, let's try it with just one hand, each.
Okay. Can you spell who you are?
It says S.
S. Oh God, oh.
That looks like a baby doll.
Yeah, that looks like Thomas the Train. Is that what you look like? Okay, that is pretty creepy. If you were just showing us what you look like, we appreciate that. We're calling out to the spirits of the Monroe House. Several people say there's a lot of dark stuff here. We want to kind of know who is actually here. What are you?
It's moving. D? Is that a D?
I don't know. D, yeah, it's a D.
D.
Oh God, there's another image. A little fox.
Give it back.
Okay, sorry. Oh my God. Whoever is moving this, can you please just move this straight and not twist it? What does it say? What is that letter?
I think it's in between 2 letters.
In front of you.
Again? What is in front of you? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Are you doing that?
No. My arm is shaking. I literally can't stop it.
Your arm is shaking?
Yeah, hang on. I can't stop it. Connor, I literally can't stop it.
You can't stop shaking your arm?
No. Hang on. I'm gonna take my hand off.
You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't twist the planchette. Spell.
Something's come up.
It's someone in the cemetery. Oh God. It's somebody in the cemetery. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep it right here so I can see it because I can't tell. I can't tell where it's at. I know you want me to give it back. I gotta just keep it over here. I won't be able to see these images. Ghost Tube hasn't said anything now.
No.
I said in front of you twice.
This ghost is just
This ghost just wants to spin it.
Greetings.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Hi, who's this?
Cretins. Can you tell us how many spirits are here in the Monroe House? I don't think my arm will go around that like that.
Like, yes, it will.
Jesus, man. Guys, I'm being straight 1000%. We are not moving this planchette.
It's actually really hard to move this planchette.
Yeah, we'll have to show you when this thing decides to stop twisting. We'll show you how.
One.
One spirit in this house? I don't believe that. Only one spirit?
All right, we're gonna close this out. Can you say goodbye?
All right, we're gonna close this session, so please, let's close this circle here of communication, and we're gonna do something else to talk with you, okay? Please say goodbye. Please move this planchette to goodbye. That's over here. Spirit. We're going to close this communication now, so please slide this over to goodbye. We're closing this communication.
Well, that might be as good as we're gonna get. I don't think it's gonna.
You were saying.
Okay, so now it works.
You were saying. Thank you. Okay. Circle's closed. India, so what do you think about that we just had happen to us?
I mean, it didn't spell anything. I thought it was funny. The only time it really completely moved across the board was to say goodbye. I just thought the ghost tube responses were kind of good.
The ghost tube responses, though, kind of like, I feel like helped backed up some of the stuff that we were experiencing. The Ouija board did feel a little strange. Any piece of equipment that you can use for paranormal investigating, like we were saying a little bit ago, the spirit box is a modern day version of the Ouija board. Something that was not made to be evil, but it was basically a device that clairvoyants and mediums used to communicate with spirits back in the spiritualism movement. So what do you want to do right now?
What do you think a good place to do the SS method would be?
You want to go to the basement where there's bones?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right, let's go down to the basement and do an Estes session.
Okay, so right now we're in the basement. We're going to do an Estes session, but this one's going to be a little different. I am going to attempt to climb into the hole in the wall and receive the Estes session from in there, and Connor's going to be out here asking the questions. Connor's already seen one spider, so I really don't think he will do well in the hole in the wall, which probably has a lot more.
I am not going in that hole. There's a freaking huge ass spider on the staircase. I was going down, turning off this light. I am not doing that. India is out of her mind to go in that hole.
Can you hold the ladder for me? This is wonky.
All right. Wow.
stuck. Wait.
Wait, what?
Hang on. I gotta do. Oh my god. Okay. This is how the cave explorers do it. Alright, pass me a camera.
I'm Connor and that's India back there. Can you tell us who you are?
Stop.
You don't want to communicate further with us? Is that why you're saying stop?
My god, it keeps getting this. Hang on, it keeps getting this really weird interference. Okay.
We heard that there's a lot of stuff that goes on here, that some spirits or a spirit doesn't like something to do with men. Why don't you like something to do with men here?
I think it just said shut the f up.
That's not very nice to say. That's actually quite rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is rude. Somebody just sounds like they're mean. Like the tone of voice of everything.
Hi.
Hello. Who are you?
Okay, I just heard like breathing, like a man breathing, but he went like like panting almost. But it was a man's breath.
Is there somebody down here with us?
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Who are you? Grab this camera, move a little bit in here. Is there anybody down in this basement with us? Maybe you can come down the stairs or go up the stairs and make that device go off. Can you do that? We're just here tonight to get to know your story of why there are bones in this house and whose bones those belong to. What if I stand down here in this hallway area, this coal room? Would you talk to me then? There is some very vulgar language going on right now.
Yeah.
Why are you so hateful? I'm down here being respectful to you. Who are you? What is your name? Did someone get murdered and their body was put in that whole area? Is that what happened? Is that why there's bones in there? Because somebody got killed?
I can't use the spirit box. It's got this bad interference noise that keeps coming in.
Unfortunately, I got a lot of interference on both of my spirit boxes during this session, and after listening for a while, I decided to move into the basement to see if the signal would get any better. Again, I heard mostly interference. We thought it would be a good idea to change things up and return to the Ouija board room in hopes of getting clearer responses.
We were just in here using the Ouija board. Can you tell me who we were talking to? Do you like using those devices? Do you like using that to communicate with people? There's a couple out here in the hallway. If you can move it, we'll leave.
Let me.
I'm letting you. If you move that right now, we'll leave.
Who do you need?
Whoever we were speaking to earlier. Or whoever wants to move that. We also have cat balls in this room in here. A setup where you can make those go off, or even that REM pod right up there.
Stay.
We'll stay. But we're not staying the night. If you just roll that, they'll let me know that you're here. Whose bones are in the basement? Can you tell me?
Yep.
All right, what is their name? Oh, the cat ball. The cat ball's going off right now. Sweet. Thank you.
Timothy.
Timothy? The cat ball just went off, and I asked, whose bones are those? And India said, Timothy.
That was a man laughing.
Thank you for lighting up the cat ball. What's funny? What's so funny?
Changing question. Take your time.
Okay.
Hey, handsome.
Hello? That cat ball just went off. It could be because she hit the floor, though. Was there anything to do with a brothel here?
Free.
Oh. What is your name? If this is a lady of the night, I have some good luck at brothels. I do pay a lot of money. Is that something that interests you?
$40.
Like $40?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God, the cat ball on the table is going off now. Thank you for doing this. A different cat ball now. That one, then this one, and now that one. That one I think is because of India, but that one definitely, she's not moving. How funny is it to be talking to potentially...
That was a man laughing.
Is there a guy pretending... The cat ball went off again, right there. This one's going off. Okay. And that was a quick cat ball light, actually. That should have lasted a little bit longer. Can you tell me the name of the man who's
Who's this guy?
I'm Connor. Maybe we're both trying to figure out who that guy is.
Ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
You're ridiculous.
This is actually pretty wild. There's a man spirit here for sure. I've got a recorder on that table right there with an orange light. You can go in that and speak and tell me who you are if you don't want to go through India. Who are you? There's a cat ball in this hallway over here on the tin foil. And that's the only cat ball.
I'm alive.
You're actually not alive. I'm not being mean by saying that, but unless you're in another dimension that we're not understanding.
Money.
What about money? You want $40?
Sex.
Oh my God. How funny is this to be talking to potentially women of the night, ladies of the night in the Monroe House, the demonic Monroe House. Is that what you want?
You, me. We're friends.
Oh my God. I don't think India would approve. She's my fiance. I have like $1 in my wallet. What would that get me? If we're friends, can you tell me who?
Sweet.
If we're friends, can you tell me who you are? What is your name? And I only want to know your name so I can talk to you that way.
My God.
Is that too much to ask?
No. The asshole one?
Oh my God. What? Is this the man?
I'm sure. How dare you?
How dare me what? Ask about your name?
Oh,
Somebody in trouble? If you're the a-hole, what is your name? You seemed kind of grumpy earlier. Those cat balls have not went off since earlier. What is something you want me to know? You can tell me something, whatever you want. We're going to be leaving here soon. Is there anything you want us to know about you?
so what?
Well, I'm just trying to be respectful.
Here. This one.
What about this one? Who are you talking about?
Alright, I'm gonna stop this.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna stop our investigation now. All of our batteries are pretty much dying around here and we don't have anything left. I don't even think India's microphone is recording anymore. What do you think of tonight's investigation here?
You once again showed your brothel magnetism,
Oh my God.
your special abilities to summon ladies of the night. But yeah, obviously I've only encountered one part of that Esther session, so I'm interested to go back and watch the whole thing. But yeah, it was interesting, and I did like some of the ghost tube responses when we did the Ouija board. That made me laugh.
We've made it, guys. We came here to the Monroe House, and I should say the demonic demon Monroe House. We didn't really feel like we captured anything demonic here. It was really weird. Some of the experiences that we had here tonight, I thought it was really funny about the brothel chicks, of course, whatever. Anyway, if you are new here to this YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so you never miss when we have an episode out. If you want to support our show and help us keep us going as far as filming episodes and keep us on the road, join us here on our memberships here on YouTube, as well as become a Patreon member. All of those perks give you behind the scenes access to some stuff while we're filming. It shows you behind the scene videos, pictures, all that kind of stuff like that, all kinds of cool perks. We have merchandise you can get where you can rep Paranormal Encounters out there when you're doing your own paranormal investigations. We're gonna get out of here and we will see everybody in the next episode next week on a brand new episode of Paranormal Encounters. See you then.